Yep.
Having a beautiful, wonderful time.
Simply
Having a wonderful
a
Christmas
wonderful
time.
Christmas time. Liam, what did you get for birthday Christmas?
But it's funny you say birthday Christmas because every time someone's asked me about anything to do with anything, including my dad when he called me yesterday, I goes, oh yeah, blah, 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 I spent this with my birthday money, and nobody questions it until Kay says it's me Christmas. I'm like, God damn it. Christmas money. What did I get for Christmas? I got cool stuff. I can't really grab anything right this second, but one of the highlights that I will get after this, Kaya got me a terrarium Pokeball with Bulbasaur in it. It's very cool. I will get that down to show you after the race when we got a chance. The cats bought us the shiny Mew we were missing from the Celebrations collection, so that was pretty cool of them.
Oh, that's thoughtful.
It was fortunate. Also, Kaya got me this placemat. What do you call them, Kaya? Coaster, thank you, with my nickname on it, and then the Machinist logo from Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
To which I responded by saying, I'm going to start playing a Reaper instead. It's not true. I started leveling one up, and she goes, so you're going to change class now that I've got you something printed? I'm like, no, I just like to play the new stuff, I'm sorry. 3 new t-shirts. I think I've got one of them. No, I haven't got one of them on now, but 2 of them were Pokemon. One of them very cool, by the way. It makes me want to play more ghost-related Pokemon stuff. The other one was would you call it a diorama, Kaya? It was an explosion of a Game Boy, and then like Gen 1 Pokemon on it and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And there's a Loki one as well. So I'll showcase them all on stream at some point or on Instagram. I'll do the Instagram model thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll do catalog poses. It'd be fantastic. And then a bit of money as well, which I put towards getting stuff for the Jolteon deck, helping complete a couple of sets as well. We've got Murdo knows about some of this stuff, but I'm repeating it anyway. I am trying to get one of the sets finished at some point for Pokemon, the trading card game. And for a long time, I was bouncing back and forth between what I wanted to actually finish off. Like Shining Fates was going to be one for a while, then I realised it's both a Pikachu and a Charizard set, so that's going to get expensive. So basically, I've come down to another expensive set instead, Evolving Skies, which is what we started with. Yeah, I bought the last few rares that we were missing. I think it was like 6 rares we were missing in total. So they weren't too expensive. So I started like picking up some of the Vs and VMAXs now. So spent about 40 quid on 17 VMAX cards or something like that, or V and VMAX cards. So yeah, it's going to look like a bit more of a complete set, which is exciting. Also, I mostly spent my money on Pokemon cards. Pulled a alternate art Mew V from Fusion Strike as well, which Murdo told me to go fuck myself about, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because I keep pulling cards that are worth a little bit of money. We got very excited to begin with, only to find out eBay was like more realistic. Basically, the websites that you look at to buy cards like this are putting it nearer £200. eBay's more realistic along the lines of £100, but still, we spent like...
Card Market has it at 50.
Oh, there you go. £27 on these booster packs, and we got a £100 return. So, not that we're going to spend the money, sell the card or anything like that, but yeah, there's been a few other bits and pieces as well. Like I said, I mentioned the socks. That was really cool. I'm at the age now where I really like socks, and these are really comfy bamboo socks, which I just live in at this stage. Yeah, so basically, Kaya found the brand that I wanted straight off from a TK Maxx. So that was really cool. She got me 2 pairs straight away. 2 packs, sorry, yeah. 5 pairs each. And then both Kaya's mom and Kaya's dad separately got me Sock Shop socks as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We had free Christmas meals. Didn't have turkey once, so that's a little win. We had duck at home, which is really good.
Yeah.
We had
not want turkey.
Turkey, dude, when you think about what turkey is, it's such a fucking shit bird. It's just like a lot. Like it's quantity over quality with turkey.
Yeah, I get that.
I'd rather have chicken. A good, nice bit of chicken. Anyway, we had lamb on Boxing Day, 26th, and then we had pork, was it, Kaya? On the... I don't know. On the 27th, we went over to Kaya's dad's house. I ended up playing Babysitter, which is really cool. Got a little year load of Pokemon cards. We had like all the dubs and stuff we had basically all piled up. I filled up a Pokemon tin with Pokemon cards, so that's pretty cool. Set up a Mario Kart scale at Tricks. That's pretty good. I had to play the voice of both Mario and Luigi for a while because Leif, Kaya's little brother, decided that I had a good voice for Mario. So I started doing it. And it's quite funny actually as well because it was, listen, I'll take compliments wherever I can get them. I said, do you not think Kaya wants to play for a little bit? And he said something along the lines of, no, Kaya, your voice is better or something like that for Mario. So I was like, I'll take that. I don't think he's ever heard Kaya do a Mario voice, but here we are. He didn't, did he? It was really funny. We turned up and... So bearing in mind, you know, Kaya's little brother, we turned up and we went and see Kaya's dad and his partner. And immediately Leif comes downstairs and goes, Leo! Just really excited. Didn't say hello to Kaya once.
Oh,
Oh, it was really funny. So, yeah, it was
no.
it was quite funny. So, when we left as well, because Leif's got a little bit of an obsession with beards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He said, what day is it today? And we said Monday. He goes, can you come back tomorrow on Tuesday? And I was like, oh, I wish I could.
So how much younger are we talking? Like, what is he, like 10? 12?
How old's Leif, Kaya? 6.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and then Lilia's almost 10. Yeah, so yeah, only young kids, but yeah, they're really fun to hang out with. Played a VR game for the first time as well.
Oh, on like PSVR.
On was it Oculus, Kaya? Yeah, played a game called Acron, which is like a lot more fun than I expected it to be. I'm kind of coming around a little bit on VR games now.
Oh, really?
Basically, what it is the person with VR plays a tree that's guarding acorns, and then you download a mobile app for free, and you play as the squirrels trying to steal the acorns.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's a really cool game, and it worked incredibly well. Like, again, I didn't really have much belief in VR for gaming, stuff like that, but I totally see it now. It's really good.
That's a pretty fun idea. That's a really cute idea.
Now, Kara and I are quietly thinking about getting an Oculus, so, yeah.
I'm assuming they're going to get a bit more affordable soon, so...
Yeah, I mean, the one that they had was, what, did you say about 260 or something like that?
Oh, really?
Oh, 300. So, yeah, no, not too bad, but yeah, it was, you know, the completely wireless one and stuff like that, so... Yeah, really fun. I honestly feel bad for kind of misjudging it so much.
I'm not sure if it's still the case. I mean, it had some time to mature now and like get proper games for it.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's still the case, but I know back in the day you need a really powerful PC to run VR.
Okay, they weren't playing using a PC, were they? It was just like that.
Oh.
They can hook it up. What we played was just like standalone, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, there you go. What else? There's something else I wanted to say. I'll work on what it was now. Oh, no, it wasn't that, but we ended up having a power cut on Christmas Day as well, which is pretty good.
Oh.
It happened around about lunchtime as well, so the time we would have been cooking it to make sure it was ready for 1 o'clock, we had like on-off power cuts for like an hour or something like that. By the time it actually stabilized and sorted itself out, we were looking at basically like 4 or 5 o'clock meal time, so that kind of sucked a bit. But you know, I didn't get a new games console, so I wasn't really particularly upset about it. Yeah.
Nintendo 64.
What?
Not know that kid, like that old home video of like a kid unboxing like for Christmas getting
yeah,
64. Yeah.
Out of context, that was very strange.
I was being the child on Christmas Day.
But you were the child on Christmas Day.
I wished I was. Yes.
I
never got. I did get a console for Christmas. I did get my GBA SP for Christmas.
I might get myself a Game Boy soon.
Like
Get
an
one
old
for
one?
6. Yeah. I keep meaning to ask him. I keep forgetting. Like I don't know if they do anything with putting in streaming hardware or anything like that in them. I don't think they do, but it'd be interesting to find out if they know anybody that could do that.
I never heard of that.
They had them for DS, so I don't know if they go that far back or.
Oh, you mean a capture card?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's a thing for Game Boy.
I don't think it is either, but I want to ask a question.
So basically, if you want to stream Game Boy off actual hardware, like old Game Boy, what?
You have to go through GameCube, don't you?
No, I don't think the game. I'm not sure actually. Maybe the GameCube also does the old Game Boy games, but I'm not sure. GBA GameCube does, yes. But I'm not sure if it also will do the old Game Boy games, but I think they do. But if not,
it should do because Advance played the old Game Boy.
Yeah,
games.
I know. But if it don't, then you might have to go through a SNES.
Interest. Okay.
It is it would be another option to run it through SNES. But also when you wanna, I was about to say when you're looking at buying a Game Boy, you should probably look at an Advanced SP.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to the boys at 6 about it.
And they can probably hook you up with like either a good screen one out of the bat, or maybe even replace like another one with a replacement screen to make it better.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be able to just be able to give me like the best they've got pretty easily. Yeah, there we go. Oh, anything else? The thing I thought I was going to say, I thought it'd come back to mind, and it hadn't.
Hey Liam, you know what I want for Christmas? GT car class A800.
GT car class A800.
Yes.
You should get yourself one.
And yes, I will.
Oh my god, is that a super?
Bro, is that a super? Yeah, my Christmas gifts were incredibly not interesting.
Oh.
I got some monetary money.
Yep, as you do.
I got some gifts I was meant to get on my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my parents were at home at my grandma during Christmas, but I was not. I was here because I don't remember why. And my parents were meant to take it with them, but they forgot it, so I now got it. And one of the candies that my grandma gifted to me is going bad on the 25th.
Oh, so you should probably get it eaten, but
yeah. So yeah, I got that. I got a polo shirt from my parents. Singular polo shirt. And another $10 from my other grandma, so that's like a total of $160 and some candy. And
I had 160 as well.
Oh my god!
How weird.
Mine is real money, and yours is pounds.
Mine is already Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I mean a lot of mine is as well.
Good.
I bought more Pokemon cards.
Ooh,
I pulled just some booster packs on the new set. I
doesn't mean I'm not excited, Murdo.
I pulled one Appleton V, which you know, it's not good, but it's Appleton. I love Appleton.
You do.
And I have received, and I pulled a training cord gold card, which I was really excited about. Then I looked up and it's $6.
I mean that's still something.
It's a cool card. It's like actually something I could see myself using because I think it's a pretty cool stadium to play. It's the one where you can get a basic energy from your discard.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm representing Stoke. Bentley. Ah, damn it.
God damn it.
You made it sound like they were made in Stoke, so it's your fault. It's wrong.
The pride of Stoke.
Pride of Stoke from Crew.
True.
Trudeau.
Yeah, so I didn't get much stuff, but I did pick up. I did go to a store, bought some Pokemon cards, and bought some means two video games. Then I bought Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or Shining Diamond. Shining Diamond, Brilliant Pearl. I think that's it.
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
Is it?
Yes. Trust me. Yes.
Yeah. So I bought that, and I picked up some games that the friend I met picked up for me. So I picked them up from them. And now I'm a proud owner of Revolt on the PS1.
Of
And
what?
Revolt.
Revolt.
No,
Revolt.
Yes.
REVOLT?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
It's an RC car racing game.
Oh, great.
Pretty cool.
Ooh.
Oh, shut up. And also Tony Hawk's Pro Skating 2.
Oh, okay. What happened to the first one?
And I don't have it yet.
Oh.
And some other miscellaneous games that you may or may not have heard
Miscellaneous.
about. Yeah. Some of them are good, some of them are scooter racing on the PS1.
So
That's a really
fantastic.
radical kid on the box.
I love radical kids.
Yeah, me too.
They're almost as good
Yeah,
as like non-radical kids.
But yeah, I think that pile mostly had actually like good games, uncharacteristically good games for me, like
Good.
Road Rash and.
Oh, I love Red Rash.
I'm looking forward to playing it. Like I have a handful of the Road Rash games on PS1 now. I have that and I have 3D. I'm still missing all good. I'm still missing another one called Jailbreak. Yeah. What else was in that pile? I don't have it here right now. Video games. I can look it up between races. I have put it on twitter.com. I'm really pumped to finally start my video series as well, which would be also looking at PS1 games a lot. Which is why I'm pretty much getting these games now. I've actually had a bit of a think over the holidays as well about that, and I kind of noticed that. So I've been watching two very different opinions on how to become like let's say famous on the internet or like make it on YouTube or Twitch. Yeah. They were mostly talking about Twitch. So funny enough, both of them are Australian. Both of them mostly Twitch streamers. And one of them is basically saying like, making it on the internet is basically just working for it, and if you put in the effort, you will make it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And the other one is saying, yes, working and making a lot of shit is part of it, but there's also still a lot of luck involved.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a lot of
factors is something I've always understood.
Yeah, I mean it's basically one person's being like, I worked for all this, and the other one is like, yes, but like they haven't talked to each other. They just happen to talk about similar topics around similar time. And the other one's like, yeah, but there's still a lot. Like I'm still very fortunate to be in this position. Like there's more to it than just making amazing content, because there's a lot of people making good content that don't make it. So I was really thinking about like what I want my content to be, and there's I haven't really put this to paper yet, which is probably my issue, but there's like quite a lot of questions you have to ask yourself, like if you want to make content. And I kind of realized that, and I probably should answer these questions. Like I noticed that I don't really have an answer to that, to most of these questions, which is my problem with starting, basically, because I can't really get myself to commit to what I exactly want to do, because like obviously the basic question is like, what do you want out of your content? Do you want to just have fun? Do you want to actually make it a living? And then like a lot of other questions evolve from that, like how long do you want your content to be? How much can you pump out, and how much do you want to pump out of it? And how long should it be, and how in depth, basically, because that's a big question, I think. Like the question how long and how much can you make, in combination with how serious do you want to do, because obviously you can just like be like, I want to make a few videos about like that, and that's about it. I just want like to try, or like I don't know, I want to make a let's play series of a few things or whatever. And then there's also like, okay, if I want to make it, then I need to be able to pump out a video in somewhat regular basis.
Yeah.
You know. So you obviously need to know, okay, what can I, like, what's my work rate? How fast are they to produce these type of videos, and how, and like, what kind of video can I make in X amount of time of what I want to do, and how can I, if it's not fast enough, how can I change it, or do I even want to change it? Like, it's a lot of questions that I really have for myself, and like, obviously then it comes to nitty gritty, like, how serious are they supposed to be? Are you making like proper documentaries, or are you making just comedy videos, or are you making like a bit of like infotainment, I guess, like a bit like a mixture? Yeah, it's a lot of things that I'm not too sure about what's the best option, I guess. Yeah. And obviously no one can really answer those. I mean, I guess people could tell me, you'd be suited more to comedy because you're the funniest man I've ever met, or whatever. But that's about it. Or people could tell me what they would prefer to see, but it's not really something that you can't really put too much weight to, like someone's opinion, because at the end of the day, you just have to do something and see if people like it.
Yeah, for me, I've thought about this a few times after, you know, I've asked people what they want to see and stuff like that, because I think a lot of what my issue would have been, especially in the first year or two, would be like, people love Jackbox, and I think some people, no offense to anybody in chat who may think this way, but like, I think some people would have been very happy if I just stuck with Jackbox and that was all I streamed. You know, they had their community where they were funny, they had, you know, their inside jokes, stuff like that, and then that was the same thing. But that was the thing. For them, it was a case of, oh, that's like, you know, maybe once a week or something if you drop in for just once a week streams or whatever. For me, back then, it was like 4 or 5 fucking streams a week of 3 hours each of Jackbox games. And while I don't mind playing the host and joking around and stuff like that, we all know I'm hilarious, I just don't want to, like, be constantly having to keep that high energy up all the time. It's just like, it was so tiring. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's not to say I didn't enjoy the time, but, like, you know, there was other games I wanted to play and stuff like that, and playing anything else just felt wrong, and I couldn't enjoy games outside of streaming either. Funnily enough, I was saying to Kaya earlier, because we had Northern Lion and somebody else on in the background while we were just playing games. They said themselves, it's like they've found it really hard to enjoy games off stream, because it became a job for them. Even before that, you know, streaming and YouTube was their job, it was already a job, and they were already finding like a lack of fun in it. They had to like find a way to get around that. That's what it was becoming for me, like in a big way. I stopped playing games off stream. I'd play them on stream, and then get equally frustrated when I couldn't play those games off stream, because again, this is something I've tried to solve in a couple of different ways. I'd play a story game or whatever, and then realize I can't play it again until I stream again. And then I'm doing 2 to 3 hour streams every other day of the same game, which not everybody wants to see anyway, or they're avoiding because of spoilers or whatever else. And I'm just like losing viewership because of that then. And it's a constant vicious cycle. So that's why I've said, like, this year, or next year I guess now, all the new games that are coming out, you know, there's like 5 games in the first 3 months that I'm going to want to play on stream. But my logic is going to be, I'm going to spend 2 hours in those games, see where we are at the end of them with the audience, see if I want to carry on streaming them, and maybe I'll play something else off stream, because I've got plenty of games to that now. You know, I've got Final Fantasy, I've got Let's Build a Zoo, blah, blah, blah. So I don't mind spacing out some of the story streams. Or, if they're not suitable for streams, / you know, people don't want to watch them because of spoilers, and I don't care about random people if they don't want to watch it because of spoilers. If the community says, oh no, we'd rather not watch this because spoilers, I'd be like, that's fine, I'll play it off stream and we'll put something else in that slot instead. That's how I'm going to try and solve it now, so... Because it's weird. Yeah. I was saying to Kaya, like, we were walking out after Spider-Man, and we were just talking about just random shit, and that was one of the things that came up. It was like, I've had it before where playing a game on release has been both brilliant and terrible, because there's quite a few regulars that will not show up for stuff like that because, you know, they plan to play it themselves, they don't want spoilers. But then you also get another weird thing happens where loads of people drop in for 10 to 15 minutes just to see what the gameplay is like, ask a quick question about whether it's worth buying or not, and then piss off again. Because I compared this I know what my general average viewers and stuff are like. I compared that to like one of those days, and yeah, it went up a little bit, like maybe 2 or 3 extra people average, but the unique viewers jumped up by like nearly 200, 300 people. Just because of all the different people that are just dropping in, seeing what kind of game it was, going, oh, okay, it's that kind of game, and then pissing off again. You know, they're fair weather viewers at the end of the day. Whereas, you know, I'd rather play some stuff that's older or stuff that's not really going to have a spoiler, like Let's Build a Zoo and stuff like that, and hope, you know, the regulars enjoy it, and people that join us for those kind of games stick around because I play those kind of games.
Yeah.
There we go. That's my explanation on that game. So yeah, but with that in mind, on the 28th of January, I'll be streaming God of War. No, sorry, on the 14th I'll be streaming God of War. It's a Friday. I'll do an extra couple of hours of a week there. And then 28th is Arceus, so I'll be doing another couple of hours on a Friday. Just to see where the mood is for those kind of games on stream.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, it's kind of why I just felt so meh with streaming in general. I know it's just streaming is just somewhat a bit of a tough thing to make interesting, I guess. If that makes any sense, like to have really. Yeah. I mean, because
so what I was like last year. I didn't properly stream for most of last year because I was suffering burnout and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of just why I stopped, because I know it's just a huge time commitment and it's so much work, but it barely gives like much reward.
Yeah, I think
which is an easy way of saying like, oh, I just don't want to put in the time, but
yeah,
like it's not really like worth it. Well, yeah.
Like sometimes it just isn't going to be worth it. Like again, going back to like Pokemon cards, I look at Reddit and stuff like that, and the amount of people that get upset because they haven't pulled a fucking big flashy card or whatever. It's like, well, that's not really what the hobby's supposed to be. It's supposed to be collecting the cards. It's supposed to be, you know, playing the cards. If all you're after is a fucking paycheck, I could go into something else. It's just like, this isn't the hobby. Like, you know, you might get lucky occasionally, but, you know, that's not really how... You know, I'm not trying to tell people how to enjoy stuff, but at the same time...
There's a bit of gambling aspect to it.
It is. And that should be the enjoyment. The gambling should be enjoyable. It shouldn't be chasing losses, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, gambling addiction 101, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's, it's been
stop
a bit
being
more
addicted to gambling, forehead.
Yeah, stop your addictions, idiots. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. I'm going to compare this a little bit to how I was with RuneScape last year.
Yeah.
Pokemon's been a similar way where I've been like wholesale into it, throwing a load of money at it, realized how much money I've thrown into it, and really fucking pulled back. And I've definitely done that with Pokemon, but like I've done it in a beneficial way this time, I guess. Yeah. Whereas I've gone, you know, right, I've got these sets, especially commons and uncommons, pretty much complete. Got most of these rares, got a few Vs, VMAXs, your rarer cards, stuff like that. Yeah. Now, instead of gambling on the £100 to £150 booster box, why don't I just put that £100 into buying the cards that I actually want? I did the maths on it with the ones that I showed you. I was like, well, if I spend, well, I can't remember, there's like 40 quid or 50 quid on these cards specifically, even if I pulled the exact same pull rate of a booster box, so what was it, 14 cards? If I had 14 good cards, or 14 hits as the kids call them, come out of these booster boxes, that'd be great. But that doesn't mean they're going to be the ones I need.
Yeah.
And I then would have wasted 120 quid just for averages instead of 50 quid on getting the cards that I wanted to get to finish a set, which at the end of the day is my goal. I want to finish these sets. So that's the logic I'm going with. I'm going to, you know, try to be a bit more productive. I said to Kaya, the idea now is going to be every time there's a new set, we'll do a booster box for stream because that's fun to do. We'll do an elite trainer box. It's cool for the collectible aspect. Then after that, we chill on that set until the prices come down for singles, and then we'll look at buying the singles.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
Because I again, looking at the collection, I was like, do I just want to buy the big flashy cards that I like? And I get so much joy out of just like flicking through the binders. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to stick to just collecting the collections that I'm getting, I'm not going to start getting ridiculous and going for like, oh, I love this Pokemon from this set, I'm going to go buy it for like £200. Because it's just mad. It's why I haven't touched Champions Path actually as well, because there's a Charizard in it. It's way too much money.
Yeah.